Haircut transformation. Look, now this haircut right here is difficult. Look at the edges. Look at what I'm working with. He been wolfing for about 3 months. So the key is he want to try to make his waves come out, right? He ain't got no hairline, no edge. Look at this. Y'all see this what I'm working with now. We're gonna make a miracle out of this transformation. Now, first thing we want to do is try to comb this out so we can start getting some clarity on this, on how we need to approach it. Now, I just want to get it kind of picked out, and then I'll just use my guard, a big guard, to go over it. Now, once you get it all done, I want to take my foreguard here because we want to keep it thick. He want to keep it thick. He want his waves to be, really deep and defined, right? So once you've been woofing, you got to kind of take it off in stages and see how the hair is going to react. I used the 4, I came back, decided that I could use a 3 here. So I take my 3 guard and I come through and I start cutting it down. And I realized like this is a good length. Take your time when you going through a woofing process, like a person when you cutting down the woof, because it's gonna have a lot of swirls and change of direction of the hair grain. So be careful with it. Now, what I want y'all to pay attention to, look at this hairline. It's no hairline, and you saw it from the beginning. I'm gonna create a miracle right here, y'all. Like I'm gonna show y'all skills, real skills right here. Y'all gonna see real skills in action because this ain't nothing. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Drop down in the comments if you see what I'm talking about. If y'all already know this haircut is difficult, do not play. Okay, so now we use no guard, lever close. We want to make our first guideline. I'm kind of doing it in a round shape motion. I want to kind of keep the taper low, right? Because I want his waves to eventually come all the way down a little bit past the ear, right? So I'm using a little clip over comb. I'm trying to do everything not to go into it. Plus the light spots, I'm trying to blend them in. Sometimes using a guard doesn't always get the length that you need or want at the time. You have to incorporate clipper over comb sometimes, right? So now I got my one guard after I use the clipper over comb, and I'm just using the corner of the blade right here just to try to get this thing under control where I can deal with it, right? The key to these type of haircuts is taking your time, understanding what's going on, your approach, and I need to have a method. I need to go slow. I don't need to just rush into it because if I do, then it's over. All it takes is one bad thing. So, hey, try to match up the lighter spots. Try to match the darker spots with the lighter spots. Right? So take out the bulk, try to match it up with the light. Right? And that's basically my thought process right here. I'm like, this is what I'm doing. So, yeah, I'm using the one guard corner of the blade. Like I said, I'm slowly but surely working it, right? Until I get it where I want. Now, boom. This would probably be a dope high taper fade, no curve, no nothing. But he wanted his sideburns and stuff like that. So I just don't think a high taper looks good with no curve, no C cut, right? With sideburns. But after you use your one guard, you come back with your zero guard. I have zero guard. You come back, you try to remove that first guideline that you did. And you just work your way all the way down until you don't have any guards anymore, like what you started with, right? And if it's still any type of buck, you want to come through and you want to use clip over comb to remove that too. The clip over comb is your friend when it comes to these type of haircuts when you going from like a wolf stage or a stage where they've been growing their hair out. This clip over comb is best for that type of haircut. And you see everything starting to come together. Now I just come back and I clean everything up. So this is me taking my time and showing you how to approach a wolf or people growing their hair out, right? So After that, we want to come through, try to clean up the front of the line. Nothing's hanging. So we can give a good crispy line, right? Now, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make this a super long video. I wanted y'all to see this part, right? The transformation as it's happening. So now that I'm done and I got everything where I want it to be, I want to start on the lineup. So you see me, I'm pulling away. I'm not pushing in, I'm pulling away. That's how I do my vertical bars. I pull away, boom. Try to keep it as natural as possible, right? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Do the best you can. With this lineup, I'm doing the best I can. It's not gonna be like a do this, do that, simple. It's not gonna be as simple as normal for me, right? But I still approach it the same way I approach the taper. I take my time, I figure out where I want the line to go, I figure out what the line allows me to do. And now you can kind of see the line starting to come together, right? It's not perfect, but it's good for what we started with, right? Like I'm setting it up to be great. Sometimes you when you're doing a lineup, you setting it up to be great. It's not gonna be always just it's great from the start. You have to set it up to be great, just like anything else, right? Over on this side, we do the exact same thing. We just calm the hair down, see what we got. Again, set it up to be great, right? Natural line. I'm not pushing nothing back, combing everything forward. I'm trying to see what I can do. What the lineup is gonna allow me to do, and this is what it's allowing me to do. So we do the same thing on both sides. And once you get to that point, then you can turn them around and you can do the front. Now, there's so many ways to approach a lineup. I can go over at least 10 different ways to do it. But this is the way that I do it for the most part, most of the time. Sometimes I change it up. It just depends on the hair, what it's giving, again, what it's allowing me to do. So I chose to do it this route this time, right? So this is what we got. Now, once you got the sides done, you can kind of focus on the front now, right? And see, I gotta work it out. Like, I want to bring as much hair down as possible. I want to start in the middle. I want to bring it over. How do I not push this line back? Most people will hook it right there. Like they gonna hook it. It's light. I'm gonna hook it into the dark spot. Me, I'm coming under. I'm coming under that. You know what I mean? So I can I can let the hair do what it does there because he was woofing, couldn't really see it, things like that. So I don't know, you know what I mean? But anyway, this is my approach to it. This is how I do it. Somebody else could approach it a different way. They might be like, hey, you could have did this, this, and that. I know I could have did 100 different things, but I chose to do this, and that's what we're doing, right? So remember to just keep everything basic. Set it up to be great. Now look at this lineup. This is natural. I tried to make it. It was already crooked. It's gonna take a lot for me to try to get this right. And I took my time with it, did what I did, but nevertheless, we gonna make shit happen. Cause that's just what we do. So I'm gonna use a little bit of color, use a little bit of hair fiber, and we gonna bring this thing to life, right? So y'all know what to do with the color. I use my spray gun. I put my card exactly where I made my line up at, my natural line. And then I come back and I spray it and I get everything together how I want it. After that, I come back with the hair fiber, put the hair fiber on. Boom. Now I want to start locking everything in the lineup, everything where I want it. I want to start locking that in. It already looks better. It's a little crooked just because that's the natural, but it is what it is. Sometimes it's not going to be perfect. I just want y'all to see a haircut that's not perfect sometimes. Like, it's perfect for what I did with what I was working with, but it's not gonna be perfect box, everything. We don't show you that all the time. As barbers, content creators, tutorials, whatever, we're not showing you that. But I'm showing you, right? And he know it, I know it, but he love it at the end. You know what I'm saying? So now, like I said, I take my hair fiber and boom, I hit it. Because the thing about color, if you spray it on a light spot, it's gonna make it shiny. Cause it's just a stainer. But hair fiber is gonna build the hair. That's what it does. It's building hair to match the hair that's already built. That's thick, right? Look at that lineup now. I set it up to be great. And that's all you really can ask for is to set the lineup to be great. Now, like I said, when I'm done with that, I come back with my trimmers and I'm intentional. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get that thing on point. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that thing short. Now I'm putting that Mr. Outliner on it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what you want to do. You're setting it up to be great and it's going to come out great. Now, we did that one side I showed you. You see how crispy it is. We're going to work on the other side. Now, same thing to this side. Hit it with the color. Spray it. Hit it. Try to fill in those light spots right there. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to fill it in. Boom. Then we come back with our hair fiber. Make everything how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to look. And then line up the front. Once you put all those steps in, boom. Now the lineup is looking better. It's looking thick. You come in, you do what you need to do to try to make everything line up as good as possible, right? Remember to take your time, use your mirror, different angles, all that type of stuff matters when you're trying to do a lineup and get it straight and all those type of things. So this is what the end result was from where we started to where we ended. We popping. But anyway, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. You know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease.